Because she's going to be going to school there for 6 years, you know? That's our spot. Like, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. It's a beautiful day, 60 degrees and sunny. Always a reason to be happy when it's sunny out for me, and grateful, man. Gratitude is the key to success. Someone just said that in the chat, and it is, man. Gratitude, 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 man. Energy, 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 energy. Be thankful for everything that you have, and I'm telling you, there's not a day that goes by that I don't get on my hands and knees and pray God and say thank you in the night. I wake up the next morning for something to be thankful for. Something's going to happen today, even on the stream probably, that's going to make me thankful, and that's going to put me in a great mood. So, you know, this live stream is a special time and place. Every single time I come here, something amazing happens. So, Michael Pop might show up and just bang a $500 super chat. You never know what happens here with the lifer on the live, right? Can I get an audio check there, Jamie? I'm getting another of the hot setting. And then I can move on here. I just want to ride the levels. Can I get this high, or is that just too high? It says I'm actually, I don't get it. Audio is good. Can I get this high, or this is telling me that I'm overexposed? But it sounds exact same that it always does. So I'm going to get a new mixer when I get to Florida. Everything's going to be up and running. And it seems like it has something to do with Zoom, though. Bang, bang, bang. I just brought the audio up. It's telling me that I'm peaking, but I don't think so, but you never know. All right, spot on. Shout out to my man. Love that. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I've already been going over Bitcoin like all morning for a long time. I've talked about it in depth. I've gone over a bunch of things, and I've given my students everything they can to win. All right, but I'm going to do it for you here free every single day. We're going to probably get back into what we're seeing here for Bitcoin. All right, but let's break it down and talk about it. And let me see, let's see what the probabilities have in store for us. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Let's just see what the probabilities have in store. That's what I do. I look for probability in the market, and the market's pretty good at telling you what's likely going to happen if you listen. Not to your emotions, but to the chats. So you got to get into the chats. So we double check this. We don't need that. And we got to look at price action. That's it. First off, we know we have this beautiful support system here at about 52,000. Resistance, a little bit of squiggle there. And then we got some here and some here. So levels to watch if we do dump. 52K, 4744, and about 44,400. All right. We know we have resistance at 71,500, 71,004. That's where we got resistance and rejected on the weekly. We know that 65.5 was key, and we needed to stay above that. We did not. I kept telling you, once you close a weekly candle below that, I would expect to move to the downside. We see 60,000 as our possible next target. And then there's some chop. And then, like I said before, the next two levels to watch. So this is what we're looking at. You close a weekly candle below 60,000, you're likely going down to 52,000. All right. These are possibilities that are likely probable based on what we're seeing in the sauce, right? We had some nice wicks up too that have been getting filled by the candle body, which is also a strange behavior. We don't see that a lot for Bitcoin, right? Very rare the two wicks like this would actually get closed up by a candle, but it is what it is. All right. Moving forward. So here's the deal. You got this 41,090 bonds. Okay, so can we hold 60K? So far, the lowest we've gone is about 60,660 and 57 cents. Let's take a look at it. We're going to look at our daily candle, how it closed, and what happened yesterday too, and kind of assess the situation. But right now, the weekly is set to close a candle below 65.5. That's a bearish close for me. That's losing the key support or resistance level here that mattered. And that tells me that we likely could have more downside for Bitcoin. I also talk about the 21-day moving average over and over again. I teach you when you get away from the weekly here, you had to come back. When you got away from the weekly here, you came back. And here's the weekly. So it's whenever I see this start to happen, it tells me that, you know, even if we get a break up or down here, so we would get a dead cat bounce. Everyone would say, "Oh, that's the rally," and then boom, right? And then we'd kiss the 21, we'd lose this. We'd likely bounce off the 50. If the 50 doesn't save us, we're going to some bearish times. However, look, we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high. Bitcoin would have to break this low for me to create then a lower high and dump to the downside. That would be your exit point somewhere at about 51,000, 52K, something like this. You know what I mean? This is likely what will happen if we end up in some type of bearish pattern that brings us down. If this was the top, right? If this was the top, I'm open-minded, everybody. Every time I say that couldn't be the top for sure, you never know. Every time I say there's no way, and again, it's highly unlikely that's the top, but I'm so open-minded, and the markets have just rattled my brain so many times in the last 15 years that I don't consider anything to be safe. I consider the money I put into the market to be gone. I only risk what I'm willing to lose, except for the long-term Bitcoin that I've stashed. Everything else to me can disappear, all right? If you're putting, and again, I know we're trying to make it, that's why I bought a little bit of real estate. I got income coming in from a rental property. You know, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of diversification, but I believe a little bit of diversification. Like I've been buying only crypto for 8 years now straight. Time to buy something else. But I was centered. I always think you should not, you don't want to be too diversified at the beginning. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm talking about 10 cups. You pour all your water into 10 cups. You have a little bit of water in 10 cups. You need 1 cup to overfill. So you want to put in my opinion, you want to put all your energy into one thing. All right. Is it still possible that 15K was not the bottom? Anything is possible. Anything is possible, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? But it's highly unlikely based off weekly bullish divergence above the 200 SMA. I think this is a bull market. When you get above a 200 SMA on a weekly time frame in the daily, you're in a bull market. So we're in a bull market until it's not happening. All right. Life tip: diversify your vegetables. I love it. Take a look at how many USD was moved to exchange Lifer. Does it indicate anything other than a drop? I mean, if you send USDT to an exchange, it means you're buying. All right. You want to freak out when you see Bitcoin and Ethereum getting sent to the exchange. When you see USD getting sent to exchange, it says that people are buying up the price. Now, I give you a picture of possible doom and gloom, and I give you a picture of both scenarios. I don't know what's going to happen. I will tell you when the fear gets crazy, like this is pretty good fear all the way from 80 back to 65, I start to nibble. You see me nibbling. I'm nibbling on GFI. I'm nibbling on the coins that I believe are going to make some massive gains in RWA. So I've set my sights on the narrative of RWA. I've researched it in depth. I know the hottest coins in the game. I own them. I got into them pretty early before most people. We knew about them. And, I'm still up in a lot of those coins. So we're going to have a blast today. We're going to have some fun. And there's opportunity every day here in this market. I'm telling you, you just got to find it. All right, whether it's a DCA into a hot project, whether it's a quick scalp in a future, whether it's a researching something that's going to be pretty hot that nobody knows about, there is opportunity. I have 3 hot coins to talk about today. They're going to blow your mind. At around 11:15 is the 3 hot coin moment, and so I like to do it. Sean and team, not today, obviously, but I'm coming up with this idea, which I do. I know I'm nuts. let's do a cool little some type of thing like 3 hot coins or the 3 altcoins of the day or something like that, and I'll play it, and it'll be kind of like, you know, it'll just be a cool little segment maybe that gets people excited, and they know every day at 11:15 they're going to find out about 3 hot coins. I'm going to do my best to always find 3 hot coins. All right. Wow, 62.5, big fight. Yeah. Let's do Life or Wisdom Minute. Amen. Amen. The Life or Wisdom Minute. I like that too. Rocket Detached, Back to Earth. Amen. Does anyone know what time the Powell speech is today? Ooh. Where is he talking though? We'll take a look. Forex Factory usually will have Powell's speech set up for you. Tell you exactly when he's talking. FOMC member Jefferson speaks. I don't think Powell speaks today. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, Fed Chair Powell speaks at 1:15. Okay. He speaks today at 1:15. That will sway the markets. I would stay out of the markets until he talks. You also have CPI in New Zealand? And it all is affected, right? And they have Canadian CPI today too as well, which does affect them. You know, it can bleed in a little bit. Okay. IMF meetings, right? International Monetary Fund. CB leading index, German bubble president, and FOM member speaks here. Fed Chair Powell speaks at 1:15. All right, so it's going to be a hectic day. All right. If things get dovish, right, or hawkish, he's going to be hawkish if we go down dovish. So watch out for that at 1:15. We should have some volatility. Tells me to kind of stay out of the markets. It makes sense why we've been so sideways throughout the morning. Every time Jerome Powell is going to talk, there's an issue. So now I have another, here's my bullet scenario for you, that you make something like this. And you make an ascending triangle here, and we still get busy, and the bull runs back on, and everybody laughs like, oh, wasn't that funny? You were scared. No, you were scared. No, you were scared. Oh, you thought the bull run was over, huh? Bang, right? You could wait for a breakout and a retest of 71,000 or 72K, really, if you're, you want to, if say you're a multi-billionaire, you have tons of money, you don't need to risk a lot, or you're a multi-millionaire. You don't need to be in this market, losing millions of dollars playing games here, trying to buy the bottom. If you've already bought in Bitcoin throughout the last few years and you're in a good spot, you wait for this to break up. If it comes back down here, you load up on alts right there when Bitcoin bounces off 72K. That way you're in the safe zone. Now you will miss, if we dip down here, you will miss the greatest prices of all, but if that happens, then you can change your tune. But if this starts to go sideways and you're still not sure, you can wait for the bullish retest. That's, you know what I mean? See, think about it. 10 years from now, I'm still trading. I'm worth 100 mil to, $500 million, hopefully. In 10 years, I should be on my way to my billion, maybe at $1 billion by then. And I'm trading markets. I'm not going to be risking, like, trying to call the bottoms or tops. I'm just going to be putting in, like, 100 mil right at a key support level after we've gotten back above it. You know what I mean? Like, once you make more and more money, you're going to start playing it safer and safer, in my humble opinion, right? And that is a reason why I took money out of the market and put it into real estate, because I was just, my whole life has been risk averse. I've been in the riskiest assets for literally a long time now. Well, what people say were the riskiest assets, I started buying gold and silver, in 2000, 2012, 2010, 09. 09 really was my first gold bar, 09, 08. Right after the 08 crisis, I learned the power of gold and silver. Then I started trading it. It changed my life, everybody. I traded the Toronto Stock Exchange. Great Panther Limited was one of my first pretty cool trades in my life that made me some gains. 1 million, 100x, no stops. God and boss, you're funny. Enjoy, gentlemen. The 300 didn't last forever either. Immortal Warriors, so they can buy spot. I love you, man. That eclipse was a sign we didn't pay enough attention. We know the moon moves, the tides. It's funny, man. The eclipse did, like right when the eclipse happened, right? Buying some platinum right now, half off. Yo, platinum is taking a bit of a dip. It's funny. I saw that just the other day. Assalamu alaikum, Faizan Hader. God bless you, my friend. Salam alaikum, my friend. And peace to everybody here on the live. May God bless each and every one of you. May you have a wonderful life. May you stay positive no matter what happens. May you stay grateful no matter what happens. The key to positive energy, the key to a great life is gratitude every single day of your life. You've got to find a reason to be grateful. There's something in your life today that's going really well compared to what else you can see around the world. Look at me. I'm on my way to Florida. How grateful should I be? Unbelievable. A new life, a new beginning, a new place. I've been dreaming about moving to Sarasota, Florida since I first went there. 15 years ago, something like that, with my dad when I was 21. 20 years ago. 18 years ago, I first went there with my dad. Had an absolute blast. And I realized, man, this is like a cool spot. It was pretty low key back then, 20 years ago. It's blown up since then, but it's always been a beautiful place, man. One of the top 10 places to live in the world, man, in the world. Right? So what do I got to be stressed about? You know, yeah, my account's down, right? Like I was watching Alex Becker today. He's down tens of millions of dollars. Like there's levels to it, right? I'm at a level, I'm down. So if you long-term hold Bitcoin like I have, and you've been in Bitcoin since it was $300 to $1,000, and you own a bit, good amount of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin takes a tank, you're going to lose $500,000, $1 million, a few million, depending on how much you got. You're going to be losing some gains, right? Living in Florida is living in paradise. Rooster, I love you, man. Everyone that says they live there says they just said they were upset they didn't move there sooner, and they're super happy. Sarasota, great place to be, man. Shout out to Justin Cashmore. I love you, brother. And I'm so excited. So I can't let this world bring me down. I can't let some of the monetary folly in my life bring me down. I must stay grateful. I'm looking out the window. I see my kids right here. They're both there in the sun. One is reading a book in the sun. One is sitting next to her. Those are my kids right there. I'm looking at Nyla. And she's looking at me right there. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, sweetie. You want to come say hi, Daddy? No, come to the window and say, I love you, Daddy. Come to the window. Say, I love you, Daddy. I shouldn't have messed with them. They were so happy. Go back to your sister. I'm sorry, girls. I'm messing with you guys. But I got two beautiful girls and another beautiful girl coming. My life is blessed, man. My wife is amazing to me. Everything as well. He goes, aren't the taxes high in Florida? It's so silly, man. Hey, Crypto Lifer, what kind of music do you listen to? I listen to all types of music, man. I like James Taylor recently since my mom passed. Anyway, so the weekly. Must hold 60K, 59.8, right? We did bounce off it twice. But, and again, the golden cross of the moving averages suggest that more is coming. You know, they don't suggest that we're going to be taking a dump anytime soon. Actually, the 100's about to cross the 200, which is a bullish sign for any asset in the world, right? So, haircut looks fresh, Shelby. Thank you so much for saying that. I got a haircut about 2-3 weeks ago, and ever since then, I've been just feeling amazing. My family settled part of Central Florida in the 1800s. That's so cool, bro. I want to get to know you. God bless you, Lifer, and your family. My niece and nephews are everything in my life. Amen, dude. I live in Central Florida, and my wife and I go to Sarasota to reset and chill. Well, you're going to be hanging out with me. What'd you say, honey? I love you, too. You're so cute. My girls, man. I love you, Summer. I love you, Nyla. Remember when Daddy bought you that shirt? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it's a puppy. All right, girls, let me get back to work. I love you so much. Driving around Siesta Key right now. Oh man, Adam, dude. He's at Siesta Key right now, dude, and he's hearing me. Sam, I love the positivity. Thank you. So here's the deal. Let's keep it going. Shout out to all my beautiful souls here, and we're gonna give you the best DA. I know I'm being a little long-winded here, but I just want to keep people's spirit up. I want you to know that you can, you will, you are the best. If you believe you have the opportunity, then you are. There's opportunity coming to you all the time, but you gotta believe in it. Once your mind is wealthy, your whole life will become wealthy. Got two girls myself. They have my heart in their hands. Amen, KDG. Amen, brother. There's nothing better than my girls, bro. My wife, my kids, my girls. So let's take a look at our 3-day chart, my go-to chart. Oversold and showing some bullish divergence. The last time this exact indicator shined, look at it here. We ripped to the upside. It's shining again here, suggesting that we rip to the upside. And what is the divergence? It's this. It's saying, well, there's a bump and there's a bump, but this is a bump and this is a downward bump. And that's a bullish divergence because this is resetting. And again, you still could get a little more downward action. You know, could the 3-day touch the 50-day moving average? Unlikely. You don't see that a lot. Like if we look at the last rally that we've had for Bitcoin, we ripped. We came back a little bit to the 21 and we were gone. It's very unlikely. Now, if you lose the 50, this was interesting here. And I was able to call a bottom here and we were able to get back. I called this bottom here. I don't know how I did it. The technical, and if I listened to the news, anyone else, they would have duped me. This is when I tuned out of the news completely and only did TA. And it was able to really bring me to the light. I'll always remember this time in my life when I called the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. I called the hidden bullish divergence, right? And I said, that's your bottom right there. It's too much of a coincidence. Sorry, I brought it from here. Too much of a coincidence. You're in the golden pocket. Like you went right inside of it. On top of this, the daily even had a bullish div because the daily went up while this went to the downside. So I had hidden bullish, daily bullish, 618. I called the bottom there. I did buy Bitcoin at 32,000. It went to 28. I was down for a second, but then my buy prevailed to be an amazing buy right there. I also got into phantom low on here and a bunch of different things. Who was with me during this time? Who was with me during this time when I called this bottom? Was anybody? I just want to see how many people are still watching me since this time. And we've been rocking. And I was putting on Bitcoin down here. I showed you this inverted head and shoulder that was likely to break to the upside. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I drew this as a flag and kept telling you guys that we were on our way to 27K. If you remember correctly, we even looked at this like a possible bullish retest off the top of the channel. We grabbed the base of the triangle. It was very simple and said Bitcoin was going to rip past the all-time high to 27,000. Yep, 333. I remember the exact day. Look at all these people here on the live. Unbelievable. So just to the newcomers, everybody, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been trading for 15 years since I was 25, and I'm going to give you the sauce right now. And I'm going to stop talking about how much I did. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. All right? A man of action is a man of behavior. So there's a bullish divergence on this indicator. Now, I've never given this indicator like all my clout. Like, I like to find my own divergences. And I don't have any hidden bullish really just yet. Actually, no, we do. Hold up. This is interesting. I haven't seen this yet or even talked about it. But this swing to this swing is a downtrend. This is an uptrend. That is hidden bullish divergence. Tells you that the trend should continue to the upside. You should break this high before you break this low is what it tells you. Or even like this area here. So that is some hidden bullish of the 3-day chart, which I really haven't discussed today or haven't even really noticed. So interesting. And that's really how we figure out when a trend will continue to the upside. It did it here. It did the same thing here. Look, that was the swing up while this swung down. And that's hidden bullish divergence. And it tells you that you're going to break this high before you break this low. And that's exactly what happened. We also saw hidden bullish divergence here on the 3-day. That was a swing up. I called this one. I was all over this. Who was here when I called this? I called this bottom for everybody. Insanity. Everyone was freaking out here. I said, that's hidden bullish. I said, look for the 3-day to break this high. We did that too. On top of that, I called hidden bullish on the 8-hour right here. Drew a Fibonacci and gave you the exact retracement, which was a 786 retracement right here. I'll always remember it. I gave you guys this exact entry here, which was the perfect entry. Anyway, let's go, but I just want to show you how the past has prevailed. And we are seeing a similar setup here now on the 3-day chart, which is interesting. I hadn't seen this before. Signs of hope for Bitcoin here. I'm giving you guys some hopium here. All right, I'm giving you guys a little bit of hopium. Anyway, so if you're bullish, you got to get a bounce here back to the upside. And then, and what it could also look like is a shoulder, head, shoulder. Like we could be making an a complex inverted head and shoulder here that could break to the upside. I'm seeing signs of some of these things. Hey, Lifer, I paid for the membership, but Discord bot is not working. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com and ask them what's going on. They'll figure it out for you. Sometimes what happens is if you didn't change your Discord name, but you maybe had to do it with the @ symbol, it won't link up to that. So you just got to reconnect. That's all. Just go to the website and reconnect. I think that's all you need to do, honestly. I believe that's the case, but my team knows more than me. I don't try to study those things. I am not good at customer service. I never have been. And so I hired people that are better than me at customer service. I like people. I'm cool. But I'm a mentor, tough love kind of guy. Doesn't really work with customer service. You know what I mean? I find I'm not the best. I'm a good guy, but you know what I mean? There's people better for that job. I'm good at technical analysis. Disconnect and reconnect is what Deep Force said, and I think you'll be fine. Any other issues, let us know, though. We're here for you every single step of the way. 52K is an absolute price to go all in. I would never say anything is an absolute price to go all in. I'd say we'll take it one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time for Bitcoin. So I showed you the possibilities here. And this is the Twisted Sister. If you know me, we use this all the time on many different altcoins when we're attempting to figure out where they're going to go. It's the greatest way because we don't know where price is going. So we have to figure out how to create quantum theory, meaning give it two pathways and say, hey, take one. When it takes one, we know that's the reality we want to live in. If it goes the other way, we live in the other reality. This is a simple way to trade, but many people don't understand my insane concepts, right? To me, the 3-day is already kind of setting up to be in a bit of a flag here, like a broadening falling wedge, and it could break back up. But again, like I'm saying, what if we do these shoulders inverted and we kind of hang out here and we do something like this and we break to the upside? This is a possibility if we get a bounce, but we must need a bounce. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. Okay, moving forward, let's take a look here at our next levels. Let's take a look at the daily. Okay. Yeah. Now, the next thing is this, right? Okay. Hey, teacher, you think we go up or down? Who knows? I have no clue. I have no clue. This resembles a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, even though the top is not a head. It's a little sketchy. To me, it looks more like a Bart Simpson. And whenever you see the daily starting to curve like this, you're likely coming, I'll be honest, whenever I've seen the 21 curve, you come to the 200 SMA. It's just so likely. And we've been talking about this for weeks on weeks on weeks. Right? Hold up. We've been pulling the Fibonacci from this impulse all the way up, and we can see that golden pocket resides. And I'm not saying it's a guarantee. If we get the bounce and we hang out here, then we'll start to pull the moving averages close. And with the moving averages get tight, that'll be your next movement to the upside. Either you come and you bounce off the 200 and a 786, or you get tight moving averages. Those are the two places where I like to load up on all coins, on any asset in the world, really, is what I'm looking at. All right? Shout out. You don't know where prices go. I'm out. Fine. Have a good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Tap into self and learn to trust your instincts. You'll know when it's going up. You're funny. When the price is likely going to go, that's the right question. Right? Exactly. Where is the price likely going to go based on probability? All right. Hi, sweetie. I love you. So here's the deal. We lost the 50. The first thing that happens before a death cross, or what could be, the 21 will cross the 50. So when you see the 20, look at the last time the 21 crossed the 50 right there. We had a little bit of a trouble. Right here, the 21 crossed the 50, a little bit of a trouble, right? And we were curving towards it. Both times we would get a capitulation right there, curving towards it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, every single time, 7, every single time the 21 has crossed the 50-day moving average on the daily, we have had somewhat of a move. You could say the move happens, then pulls it, but it suggests that we could go lower. Let's take a look at our daily levels that matter. All right. So we bounce right here off of what? 65,500. That's the weekly support or resistance. And then you can bring the daily up a little bit and see where these daily candles closed. 61,728. So 61.7. We lose 61.7 on the daily. Boom. We go further to the downside. Let's take a look at our daily candle close yesterday and see what happened. We opened at 65,661 and 85 cents. The high was 66,867 and 7 cents. The low was 62,274 and 40 cents. And the candle would close at 63,419 and 99 cents, down $2,241, down 3%. We took a beating yesterday. For sure. And, my bag being late, busy day at work, daily grind. No worries, man. We love you. Neville ST. God bless and love you all. Can you take a look at C-Pool? Funny, you haven't looked at C-Pool in a long time. Shout out to all the beautiful people here. Coordinated ETF manipulation. No ETF is bought in about a week except BlackRock and Fidelity. Amen. Thank you for your insight. Could you comment on Bitcoin M pattern on the 1 day? I think we already talked about that yesterday and the day before. But yeah, to me, it looks somewhat like an M right here. For sure. That measured move takes you further to the downside. The measured move of the M. It does suggest you go lower. You lost the point of control. You're so likely to get into the next high volume node. I've just seen this many, many times. 52K just seems inevitable to me. All right. I'm open-minded, but it to me, it looks very inevitable on the weekly. The weekly's just going to crush us. We also just crossed the dotted line. That's usually where momentum begins to go down. So I deal with costochondritis. Any people out there that knows what that is, I deal with it, and it hurts. It's like this inflammation of my chest muscle or it's really weird. But yeah, I deal with it. And it's whack. If anyone knows the best way to kind of not to get over it or get rid of it, I've been dealing it on and off for years too. It's not fun. And it's rare for people my age and men too, but it's like this chest wall pain. Anyway, I'll get out of, I'll talk about it, but that's just something, just want to put that out there if anyone knows. Thank you, baby. So look, if we lose this key level, there's really no support for Bitcoin until we get all the way to 52,000. There's a gap in the VRVP. There's a movement to the downside. So we got to pay attention to what could be the smaller time frame catalyst that will send us to the downside. Your saving grace is, could this be your pattern? Are you bear trapping and do you get back inside? But we bearishly retested multiple times. We had a chance to get back inside the pattern. We did not. All right. So then we continue now down to the 4-hour time frame. And now we're here. All right. Now, the one thing that I did notice this morning, right off the bat, was this bullish divergence. That swings up while that swings down. Yes, you'd say, but there's wicks. I don't include the wicks in divergence. And that's a downward trend while that's an upward trend, suggesting that we will get a break to the upside. However, look at this shoulder, head, and right shoulder, right? You can see there's a head and shoulder there. So you have a head and shoulder, which I've now almost never seen. We have a head and shoulder, but we have bullish divergence. That is interesting. How do we figure that out? Well, we're going to use the smaller time frames in the 200 SMAs. They're going to complete the story here. So bear with me now as we go further down this little tunnel of knowledge. It took me 15 years of trading to figure all this stuff out. Okay. And if you use it to your advantage, by all means, please. Okay. Not everybody's going to understand this or figure it out. It's not for everybody. I'll tell you that. It's for most people, but not for everybody. It takes a seasoned mind to kind of put together. Even technical analysis isn't for everybody. Like, some people try it as hard as they can, and eventually they just, I believe you can do anything you put your mind to. So if you believe you can, right? So really, it's your mentality that will get you there. So look, that's a giant double bottom. All right? The double bottom does have a measured move to the upside. If we break the neckline, and it would send us all the way to about 82,200 for Bitcoin. All right? Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just showing you something on your radar. All right? I'm a chess player. When you play chess, you have no idea where your opponent's going to move. When you trade, you have no idea what the market maker's going to do. Second you say you know what's going on, you're likely going to get wrecked a lot. Thank you for your insight. Can you comment on the Bitcoin M pattern? Thank you, Pragmatic Man. I think I did that now. Try implementing turmeric in a lot of your meals. Yeah, I've read about it. I also have conjunctivitis. I just take ibuprofen if it's too painful. But usually it's just minor pain in the chest. Yeah, it is just minor. It's never like... But some days it can flare up. Jerome will be speaking later at 1:15. We talked about it on Forest Factory. Thank you, Jamie, for reminding people. Jerome will be speaking. If he is bearish, or he talks about raising rates or not, you know what I mean? Then we could see a pretty nasty move in the market. All right. So here we are on the 1-hour time frame, all the way from the weekly. And what I see is this, this giant falling wedge. We wicked out of it, came back inside. All right. You can almost say we wicked out of it to the top there, broke out, came back inside. And this is the falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. But look, if you look at here at the 1 hour, there's really no bearish div unless you try to take this. And the 1 hour is kind of sketchy. The 4 hour gives you the bearish divergence, but the 1 hour is a little sketchy. A little bit of bullish divergence here at the end of this as that swings down and that swings up too. There's a chance. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. Did we reset oversold yet? Not totally even. Kind of flat. Looks like there could be more downside. And again, everybody else sees this. You see it too, right? See kind of like shoulder, head, shoulder. To me, it has a complex head and shoulder vibes for sure. So that looks bearish as all heck. So I'm getting mixed signals for sure. Not going to lie, right? We got some bullish div. We got some, I'm getting mixed signals. So what do? How do we tackle this? Well, the moving averages are tight and away from the 200 SMA. Many times we do get a bounce from there. So that's one thing I'm going to add to my bullish kitty. We'll take a look at the three. Look at this. I mean, you got almost a head and shoulder right there on the 3:30 minute, and that's pointing down too. So now when you go to the smaller time frames, you're seeing, some more bearishness here. And look, now you have resistance at 63.8. If you can't get back above 63.8, expect more downside. You must get back above 63,800. It's also a POC here on the 30-minute chart. It's the high point of the high volume node, which is called the point of control. When you lose a point of control, even on a smaller time frame, it can affect you. All right? It can affect you. That's a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder right there that could dump you to the downside. That measured move takes you from the neckline to the head here and sends you all the way down to 59,300. All right? Bang. First thing I saw was the head and shoulders. Look up Gary Brecka. He's backed one of You know, I like Gary Brecka. I've heard about him too. He does like all this like healing. You guys have told me about it on the live stream again, and I forgot about him numerous times. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So now let's take a look at our 7-minute time frame. Earlier today, I was getting bullish on the fact that we could break out of this to the upside. We are in this little bit of a flag here. And I was saying, everyone, can we break out? I saw this symmetrical triangle that had a 50-50 shot going up or down. Mainly, they break down when I see them. And I said, don't trade this unless we can break back above the 200 SMA. If we broke the 200 SMA, there was a possibility of a lightning move to the upside. But look what happened. And this is why I teach you the 200. Resistance, resistance, resistance. The 200 did not break. We couldn't get it back above it. This kind of has an M pattern. I'm seeing bearishness. I wouldn't open up a long till you get back above 63.8. You get it? Because it's a heavy resistance area. I made a double line. So if you can't get back above 63,800, I would expect more downside. All right? I really would. Because if you can't breach that 200 and if you can't break back above that level, you're just trying to play Russian roulette. All right? Wait for confirmation, in my humble opinion. Confirmation is the key. That will be the key to trading. So had we breached this 200, we would have been longing. And we would have pumped up to the 15 200 SMA. And that's what we were looking for. And I was telling everyone, I wouldn't long unless we really break the 7 and the 15 200. That's what I told my students. I said, I don't see an amazing opportunity here just yet for Bitcoin. And we go to like the 15-minute, you're still inside of a symmetrical triangle, which have been known to break to the downside. If it continues to break down too, what it could end up turning into is a descending triangle. Descending triangles break down 68% of the time. All right? This thing is a 50-50. It could break up or down. However, in the last 4 to 5 months, every time I found out one of these was out, we've broken to the downside. All right? So you're going to watch this symmetrical triangle in the 15-minute. You're about to get tighter inside of the zone. This is what price action, you know what I mean? And don't forget about the head and shoulder pattern there, where you're in these little right shoulders, okay? And that breaks you to the downside. So I see more bearishness unless Bitcoin can get back above 63,800. If you can't breach this point of control of the 15, if you can't reach this level, expect more downside, everybody. If we get above the 15, I will long. So if we get a breach in our long just a little bit, move my stop loss to break even as soon as humanly possible. Far more cautious. I don't always move my stop loss to break even as fast. Lately, in this time period, I've been doing the 1-minute chart and moving my stop loss to break even as soon as humanly possible. We did it last night. We made massive gains last night. Shout out to everyone in the trading group if you traded with me last night. This is why you don't just want to be here during the live stream. You want to really be there during last night. So last night, look what I said was happening. So look. So do you now use trust wall, blah, 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 blah. So the first thing I saw was we broke above the 200 SMA right there on the 1-minute chart. That's my go-to signal. And I saw this inverted head and shoulders starting to break. I wanted the 7-minute to get up to this 200 SMA. I saw this gap of the VRVP. I jumped in here. We started to make a move to the upside. Second, the 7-minute got a little too high. I was up 22%. I decided to take profits. All right, I'm out. Already took profits before it dumped for 14%. All right, and I got out at 63,700 from 63,592. Quick trade, quick scalp, in and out. Look what happened. We originally came all the way down. Then I tried to see if we could get this bounce off the 200 SMA. I attempted that bounce. We were up a little bit. All right. Eventually, it kind of fizzled out. Again, tiny trade, took $12 off the table, moved on. All right. Nothing, you know what I mean? Adidas and Steppen, that was a big news. Adidas and Steppen, a blockchain fitness app, have announced a partnership to release a limited edition NFT collection of virtual running sneakers on the Solana blockchain, named Steppen X Adidas Genesis Sneakers. Scheduled for release on Wednesday, April 17th, this move to earn game aims to encourage physical activity while rewarding users with cryptocurrency. This collaboration marks a significant step for Adidas in the digital space as it continues to explore innovative ways to engage with its audience. I think it's a smart move. Steppen didn't get much love, but we'll take a look at it. All right. If you don't know what a stop loss is, don't trade yet. Amen. Amen. Okay, so now look, when you lose the 200 on the 1-minute, you short. So once we lost this, I began to short. You get it? I was trading hardcore last night. It was pretty crazy from about 8 to 10. Once we lost the 200, I decided to short immediately. And boy, oh boy, was that a beautiful short as we went further and further down. Eventually, I closed the short. All right. We did get all the way to 61,800. All right. But this is the first short I traded, right? Just a quick move. And then I was out. I tell you, I'm in and out. Now, then I saw this bear flag likely to break down to possibly 59K. First stop in the first target was about 61,900. And this eventually did start to dump pretty hard. I then saw a head and shoulder pattern on the 1 minute. Shoulder, head, one, and then we lost the 200. We dumped down to 61,000, I believe 750. And that trade was beautiful. The head and shoulders is paying, I told you. And I made another gain there with another 46% gain on the short. Okay? We were going at it last night. All right? Already paid myself, moved the stop to break even, and I let the less ride, and I was still up 109 on the move. Then before I went to bed, I got out of the short. So crazy, right? And I saw this inverted head and shoulder. It was likely to break to the upside. That was the last thing I showed at 1 in the morning. And then when I was back at 8:10, 7 hours later, it hit the exact target that I'd pointed out on the yellow line. Pretty crazy, right? So we nailed Bitcoin back and forth for like 5 hours yesterday. It was pretty awesome. And now here we are again. But that's if you're in the trading group, you're going to get that hands-on. I'm hands-on. My mom was hands-on. I had one of the best moms you ever seen. She was such a loving, beautiful person. My mom was a great woman. She really was. She passed away this Thanksgiving. Her name was Irene. She was one of the most loving people I've ever met in my life. I was blessed to be around one of the greatest human beings on earth. She never spoke badly about anybody. She had this funny way of rolling her eyes, and she did her thing. She took care of my dad and all his Irish crazy nonsense. Nice, baby. I know. I left it out there. You could bring it if you want to our new house. Do you want to do that? No worries, baby. All right? You can play with it, honey. It's yours, okay? What's mine is yours, my love. I love you. I love you. So, I know kids, they said their parents never told them they loved them. I read stories of horrible things happening to people. It's just absolutely horrible. Look, this is a shoulder, head, and shoulder here. Look at it. You just see bearish all around. Look, shoulder, head, right, shoulder, kind of head, right, shoulder. That wants to break to the downside. I see a move down all the way to about 60,800 for Bitcoin. All right. This is kind of got head and look, this is a shoulder, head and shoulder. That broke to the, you can see that. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. This has shoulder, head, and shoulder. This has head and shoulder. This isn't a head and shoulder. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but it doesn't look too good to me. So that's why I wouldn't even long unless we get back above the 200 on the 7 minute and the 15, and that would be the beginning of the story. So now let me fast forward you to the last thing that you want to pay attention to today that I've been going over many, many times. That's the 8-hour 200 SMA. Once the 8-hour closes below this yellow line, I am telling you right now, that is not a good sign for Bitcoin. It's a likely massive move to the downside to $52,000. So it's very likely we're going lower. You're in a gap in the VRVP. Here's your next level. It's the Fibonacci. It's the 618. It's the golden pocket. And again, on top of that, when you lose the 8-hour 200 SMA, you come to the 12-hour 200 SMA, the 22, and then the daily 200 SMA, which will have some time to move while Bitcoin, because Bitcoin won't go straight down. It'll probably go up, and this will have some time to move, and they probably will meet somewhere here, and we will bounce. If we lose the daily 200, that's going to be the beginning of a bear market, all right? When the daily loses the 200 SMA, that is a bear market, my friends. I consider a bear market 3 weeks below a 200 SMA. Really, 1 week below is beginnings. Every rough patch for Bitcoin happened when we lost this daily. I will be honest with you. I want to be the most bullish guy in the world. I want to spell that we're all going to the moon, and I want to be amazing. And again, for my business, think about it. If all I cared about was signing people up to my trading group instead of educating people about cryptocurrency, which a lot of these people do, and who cares, but that's what they do. I would just tell you that, it's going to keep going up, and think about how many people are going to get a little sad, depressed. They might even leave the trading group if I tell them we're going to the downside, right? But my business is about teaching you the right thing. I'm not about chasing money. God will take care of me if I teach you, if I do the right thing. God will take care of me. I believe that. So I got to tell you how it is and what I'm seeing. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm telling you right now, I've been talking about this 8-hour and saying, watch the 8-hour 200 SMA. And if you lose the 8-hour 200 SMA, not a good look. Not a good look. You don't want to be closing candles below. We almost did it yesterday multiple times. Somehow we got back above it. You still have 1 hour and 3 minutes before this candle closes, but once this closes below, I'll tell you what right now. And what else I saw was this yesterday, and I talked about it. You've got a slanted, let me go to another chart. So my trading system is telling us that there's going to be a massive move to the downside. That's what it's telling us. I even saw this bear flag, and that broke down exactly like we talked about. Then we lost the double bottom. Anyway, I'll remove all the drawings. We'll go to the 8 hour. And I'll show you what I'm seeing here. Also, this to me resembles a slanted head and shoulder pattern. It's not perfect, and I've seen these play out. Flip it upside down. Sorry, I don't know what I just did. I swear I know how to do this. I've been doing it for years. I promise. Look, I flipped this upside down with Alt-I, right? I guess it's a wacky shoulder, head and shoulder, but I've seen it play out. Now you could say it's a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. It's just doing a little bit of a spike, and then it's going to break down. I always like to look at things upside down, and then look, rising wedges break down to where they began. And, you're kind of out of resistance right here, too. Look. So if you flip it upside down, doesn't look like too bad. And then could you say, well, we're also in a bit of a bear flag, right? Somewhat break lower. Interesting time, right? But I mean, I talked about us going short, and we're already lower than we were at the beginning of the day. We've dumped hard already right now. All right. Thank you, ETN, man. I appreciate that, brother. He just gave me, for costochondritis, applying heat with compress and heating pads can help, particularly in the case of muscle overuse. But I always overuse my muscles, man. You know what I mean? I'm that guy that I always push myself to a limit. So here's the deal. This 8-hour candle would have to rip back above this 200 SMA for me to be even somewhat bullish. Right now, I remain bearish as we lose these key levels. And we bearishly retested the bottom of the channel. It looks horrible to me, what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. Better get my shorts ready. Yeah, like Florida, baby. Yeah. Probably a double bottom at 60K. Yeah. I'm not having mixed signals. I see downside. Yeah. This is not a good sign. I'll tell you, look, go. We barely did fine. We closed below the 8-hour here, and we didn't dump. So we can do it. At that point, what we'll do is I'll switch to maybe the 10-hour time frame, and we'll see where we'll see. Look, we bounced off the 12-hour though. Look at that. See, the 12-hour saved us. So that's what we'll do. Once the 8-hour loses, I'll start bringing up the 12-hour. Maybe we hit this high volume node at 56,000, 57K, and we don't go to 52K. And I'll look for a divergence there, and we'll look at the smaller time frames. But right now, even the 1 minute gave us up, right? Even the 1 minute gave us up. When the 1 minute lost that 200, you short. You don't play games. And look, you'd be in the money right now. There was no reason to long. There was no reason to long when I showed up in this live stream. I saw no reason to long the market. All right. Remember, I have been one of the most accurate people in the game for a long time. Even people that have been in the game for 10 years have said he is the most accurate person I have ever seen doing technical analysis. And I'm not saying I'm the best. There's people that trade circles around me. I'm not the greatest trader. I never said I was. You know what I mean? I know how to make money out of the market, though. I know how to make gains out of this market. I know how to be here for years at a time. And I've made millions of dollars trading in my life. Millions of dollars. Repeat after. I've made millions of dollars trading in my life. Millions. Right? So I know I can do it. I know I can teach you. All right? And I've been through some of the hardest times of my life. Right? This is so freaking exciting for some reason today. I can't sit down. I love you, brother. Lover, I don't understand something. Are you sitting in cash right now? If you believe downside is likely, I have over 800 in cash right now. $800,000 in cash. Yeah, and I also have over $250,000 in Tether. So yeah, I'm sitting on $1 million cash right now. Yes. But again, I'm also not going to be going all the way. Right? Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Yeah, I'm in the money on the short because of the live stream. That's unheard of. How many people are making gains right now? Because they see, the thing is, when everyone tries to, like there's some weird, I've seen some of the weird, creepy haters out here today. But I show up every day and I give you guys live trades every single day, all the time. And I tell you that where the market is likely going to go every single day. And you've seen it accurate. So no one can say anything about the channel because if they come here every day, the accuracy has been true. So we don't have to even we don't even have to actually justify ourselves or say a word. Okay? Nothing needs to be said at all. All right? Look, this is a head and shoulder to the downside. You're losing this neckline here. It's not pretty, but this is going down. 7 minute. Now you look for like a 30-second chart. You can just see. It's like that's a descending triangle right there. Pretty bearish to me. I mean, just say monthly, weekly charts, MACD, RSI show a massive bearish divergence. Amen. I like what he's saying too. Yep. I talked about this on the monthly too. Let's talk about what he just said because I've gone over this many times. And we've never seen this for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin's never seen a monthly bearish div like this. I guess you could kind of say this was it, but look, after that, we did get a massive dump. And you kind of have to go, look, I'll go to BTC All-Time History Index, and I'll show you something cool. You say you did a bunch of stuff, but you don't want to see it all yet? Just go here, click on this, right-click, create a group of drawings, and get rid of the drawings, all right? Shout out to the beautiful people here on the live. 1,862 people, 480 likes, $34 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for being here. Down and sideways until August. Lifer sitting on $1 million and continues to work hard every single day. Yeah, Israel is going to strike Iran and more downside coming. You never know. I don't repeat that. Can you please check over BOOKMAP? Yes, we can. And BOOKMAP has liquidity to the downside as well. All my students knew the deal before the live stream even showed up. They knew the deal. And they still come to the live stream to support. But they knew the deal. This is telling you 60,800 to 60K. There's way more liquidity to the downside than to the upside, I'm telling you right now. All right. And now look, you're about to get a bearish engulfing candle on the monthly. And look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. I've never seen bearish divergence on the monthly. It tells you that even 30K could happen. The monthly says it wants 30K. Right? So, now I never really back tested whether the monthly will come back to the 21, but look, it's oversold on the Stokes. Every time you got this high, now you can say, oh no, we're just beginning and we could still run up. And I get that, but man, this, I have to be honest with everybody. 90% of people have no idea what's going to happen and they're going to keep repeating it. Every time I just listen to the charts, I ended up being correct. So the charts don't look good. Fine, you could say, we have monthly support at 60,090. Okay, I'm with that. You lose that monthly support, where your next support is 47,000 on the monthly. You see that clear, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure. You know what I mean? But I've never seen monthly bearish div. I've never been able to backtest it because I haven't seen it on enough assets to actually, go after it. Let's see. Let's go after some big charts. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones, which has been around for a long time. All right. Let's take a look at monthly bearish div. Look, they have monthly bearish div on the Dow too. This looks like the whole market's going to take a When's the last time we had monthly bearish divergence? A black swan event, right? Right there. Right there. The last time we had serious monthly bearish, we had a black swan event to the downside. It was nasty. I wouldn't be surprised if something weird is brewing here on a mass scale. And I'm sorry, I don't want to induce fear. I feel like I'm inducing too much fear right now, and I don't mean to be. When the charts sometimes show you what they show you, you just got to deal with it, right? Isn't that bearish div at the last top of the monthly? So many people will buy that up if it dips to 50K or 30K. Will be a major buy at Crypto Lifer. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I really don't. I just keep it open. I just keep an open mind, man. I tell myself I know nothing but the fact I don't even know when I'm going to die, guys. We don't even know when we're going to pass away. Like, we live this life every day. We have no idea when our last day is. My mom did not know that day she woke up that she would not be back in her bed that night. She thought for sure she thought if you asked her, she would tell you 100% I'm going to be back home. I'm hanging out with my kids and I'm going home. She told you she was going to get a headache and die in front of me. So once you've been rug pulled, like your mom disappeared in front of you in life, it's easy to think that they can rug pull you in the charts, right? So I don't trust any of this stuff, man. What people say, oh, definitely, people will buy that up. People will get freaked out. You know what I mean? So remember, I'm not telling you that it's all doom and gloom. I'm telling you that just watch the charts. If we get above the 200 SMA, fine. I'll switch to the day and say, hey, let's long this market. All right? And I don't trade days when Jerome Powell's coming out. The market's going to chop right now until he speaks. You know that. They're going to wait out to see how many people go long or short, and then they're going to wreck whoever they can. They do this every time we get a Fed meeting. So if you want to get wrecked, you could attempt to trade this chop. I'm not doing that. You don't see me live trading right now. Why? Because it's not optimal. I live trade when it's optimal. Okay? That's how I trade. Been trading this range for the last couple hours, getting in and out. Not in a trade longer than a few minutes. Up 70%. Falling in love with the 1 and the 6. Took profit on my last short and letting this ride. Amen. That's what you got to do, man. Right? Why is the funeral called awake? Because life is but a dream. If not rolling up, I put a sail, Sammy. I'm not rowing. I put up a sail, Sammy. I love you, brother. Been rug pulled at 89 when my dad died when I was 19. Yeah, see? Just panic sold, said Fabian Reyes. Imagine them trying to make the charts look bad right before the halving. I'm trading regardless of the news of what's going on. My wife left, but I'm okay. Jamie, it's okay, man. Yeah, Jamie, don't worry, brother. I trade divergences. Been my best strategy yet. Amen. Bitcoin dropped 60% in 6 days during March 2020. Amen. Chainlink, best spot mine. You think your measured move will be hit in the chop. High probability. Get wrecked both ways of trading. I agree. Been rug pulled when I was 7. Both my parents, dude. That's crazy, see? And that's why I have a blessing. Like, today's a day to be blessed. Because I had my mom for 40 years, right? 40 years. So, I just had my birthday. It was my 41st birthday. First birthday, my mom and dad never sent me a card, right? Because they were gone. So I do see some strong divergence here, pushing up a bounce. Divergence is only as strong as the support or resistance that it has to attend to. So here's your deal. If we get a beautiful move back to the upside, if this reverses, boom, we long the break above the 200, we long the break above this point of control, and we want to see the 7 and the 5 minute, basically the 7 also coincide. So my move, I would only long if we break above this level, we bounce off this point of control. I would not long anything else, in my humble opinion. He said last correction, let's take a look at what he said. And so even the Dow Jones has, I don't know, man, monthly bearish div, dude. I see a major correction for the entire world market. And I've been bullish, and they're going to keep printing. They got to keep printing. So here's the deal. If the Dow breaks 35.2, if the Dow breaks 36,000, you know what I mean? I mean, you're in a rising wedge. The moving averages are getting further apart. You've got bearish divergence, and you're oversold in the stochastics. That's where I take profits on almost every single coin that I'm in. You know what I mean? Why is Tether printing? I don't think it dropped down to the bottom. It's just up and down as usual. Yeah. It appears bounce would just be a relief bounce before more downside to me. Yeah. When is Powell going to talk? Checking in with all the awesome people here on the live. Thank you, Sammy, for being here. God bless John Gagnon. We love you and we appreciate you for being here. Remember, we have a Fed meeting talk. Well, not a Fed meeting, but the Fed will talk today. How do you know that? You go to FOREX Factory, all right? And it shows you all the kind of things that will affect the market throughout the day. It's a really, really great resource. It's free. It's here for you every day. ForexFactory.com. I don't know them. I'm advertising them, but I do not know them, right? I see a nasty move to the downside about to happen for Bitcoin. Okay? You do you. Look, this is a bit of an M here. This M wants to make a move to the downside as well. So I see a move further down for BTC. Let's take a look at the total market cap for Bitcoin. So that's it. I told you I would not long unless I get above the 7-minute and the 15-minute 200. Get above 63,800. If you can't break those levels, we're going further down, my friends. Okay? Pretty simple to me. You do whatever makes you happy. I've only been super accurate for like the last, 4 years, but who knows? What do I know? I'm probably wrong this time. Counter trade me, see what happens. Counter trade me and then give me your win rate. I dare you. So take a look here. The daily, and at the same time, like, I know nothing of the fact of my own ignorance. An experienced trader knows that anything can happen at any given moment in time in the market, period. All right? If you want to learn more and get down, join the Crypto Lifer Trading Group. I'm telling you right now, if you want the knowledge that I give you, You want it straight up every single day. You want to get an awesome update in the morning and at night, a video update. The morning's update was 18 minutes long. It was super in-depth. It was basically the videos that the other people give on their YouTube channels. I produce so much content on a daily basis, and I don't take a day off, man. I love you guys. I'm so disciplined with my craft. Jump on it today. Join today. Join today. Get the education you deserve from someone that does not take a day off, man. Not Christmas, not New Year's, not my birthday. It does not matter. I am here for you every single day. Put your email address in it. Consent to receive email newsletters from the Crypto Lifer, and we will send you a newsletter every single week, Saturday and Mondays. I'm telling you, 2 newsletters a week will blow your mind. Subscribe right here to the weekly newsletter just to get started. We're going to give you so much free value. We're going to give you value before you even think about it. So watch me every single day here on the live. Jump on in and join the trading group if you feel fit. If you think if I make you enough money on my live stream, then jump on into my trading group. That's my whole thing. I give it away for free. I teach you what you need to know. And then if you want even more and you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself and you've made enough gains with me on the live, then jump on in. I always tell people I gave people the ability to make the gains without even joining my trading group. I did it over and over and over again. Many people said I've made tons of money learning your strategies and I never joined the group. Now I'm going to join. My key is to give you the money first. Nobody else did that. This was my business model. I studied the Gary Vee business model. He said you got to give away what you have for free first. You got to give value away. You have to establish value before you ask for value. You don't step into the world and ask for value. You don't just walk out there and say, hey, join my Discord. I got the cool little... You give value over and over and over again. You produce value. Okay? That's the key. I gave cake at 40 cents. We're talking about all... It goes on and on. Anyway, let's get back into the present moment in time. My reputation precedes me. Okay? Back to the 8-hour. Oh, and look at that. Even the total market cap has lost the 8-hour time. That's bearish. And it's lost it decisively. You see? That tells me we're going to the 12-hour 200 SMA. Very, very likely. No really strong div, too, to hold us down. And I'll be honest, like, it's hard to see, but, like, I take these as head and shoulder patterns. They break to the downside. They're slanted. I've seen slanted inverteds break out many times. I've seen that break out many times in my life. So, I'm sorry to be the bearer of the bears news. I'm just showing you the facts, and nobody wants to believe them. Nobody wants to believe this. They want to believe that this is a bull market every time and nothing ever goes the right. Honestly. And I'm the most bullish guy on Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I'm so bullish on Bitcoin. Look, we just lost 62K. I told you we were going down. I told you. Don't play with me. Right? So let's look at our levels of the total market cap. Let's remove the moving averages here. This is the entire market cap of Bitcoin and all the altcoins put together. So look, I mean, you did test your you just tested weekly resistance here. And if you lose that, I mean, your next really big chop area is there. And then you got to pull the fib just like we did for Bitcoin, right? And so it tells you you're coming to the 618 golden pocket. High volume, if you lose that, you could even drop all the way down to $1 trillion. So I don't know what's happening in the market. I don't know what's going on. And I could be wrong. Like, I pray that we bounce, man. But the technical analysis is starting to build a pretty scary story here to the downside. Either selling me, a nasty move here. And again, I'm open-minded. Maybe we bounce. And we turn into this ascending triangle. And we get back on our way. Like, it's a big deal. So if the total market cap closes a candle below $2 trillion, really below this $2.13 trillion, it's likely we're going to come down and test 1.67. So, and losing that 8-hour 200 is something that I really didn't want to see. And we did it. Just like when you lose the 4-hour. Look, the second you got below the 4-hour, more downside, right? It's the same strategy when you lose the 8-hour. Okay? Understand these concepts so you don't get lost in the sauce. I'm here for you every day of the week. I show up and I'm like, yo, Bitcoin's likely going to go down. It goes down. I show up and I'm like, Bitcoin's likely going to go up. It goes up. And again, throw me out there. It's not me. I'm using a strategy that you can use too. I'm using a 200 SMA top-down analysis strategy. I guess that's the best way to call it. And I'm also using patterns and I can see what's happening. All right. Wow, we just bounced all the way back to 62.2 though. So, and again, I wouldn't trade this volatility. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. And here's the thing about trading. You could say, okay, we're just in the bottom of the range. We're likely just to drop. We're going to pop to the top of the range. And that is the most likely scenario, in my humble opinion, that we break back up here off of that bullish div on the 4-hour time frame. That is a likely scenario. However, the smaller time frames are not confirming that. You get what I'm saying? So I can't fight the smaller time frames if they don't give me the confirmations that we're looking for. And that's why I would not long unless we get back, now you understand kind of all the levels that we're talking about. We get back to BTC. So I just took you through the monthly, the weekly, the daily, heck, the 7-minute, the 5-minute, and I showed you everything that my mind can see that could set you up for what you could. And again, I can't put my hand on your hand and touch the mouse. Like everybody here is in control of their destiny. Every one of you. Every one of you here is in control of your destiny. All I am is a guy giving you information that I've obtained over basically 15 years of playing with these markets. So again, I wouldn't even think of a long if we don't break the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. If we get up here, boom, boom, bang. You might, and then you could be like, Lifer was so bearish for the last 2 hours. Then he opens up a long. To a beginner, that's confusing. To a seasoned trader, it makes perfect sense. I'm waiting for confirmations. I'm not waiting on emotion. The confirmation will tell me what's likely going to happen. And then BOOKMAP even has lower lows, and it's been pretty accurate for the last 2 years. You've been watching my stream. Okay? And there's a lot of red down here, all the way down to $57,000, $58,000. All right. So here we are, and here we stand. So I'll be honest. I've studied many, many charts around the world. Things don't look amazing for Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. All right? We will teach you how to short. We will short this market. We will still make gains. I'm telling you right now, my trading group doubled during the bear market. When things got nasty, we got hard. We got more knowledgeable. We figured it out, and we were able to make gains no matter what happens in this market. Okay? So that's Bitcoin. That's the total market cap. Really not much else to kind of go deep into at this present moment in time. Head and shoulders, what's next? Knees and toes. Everything looks bearish. Perfect time for a market pump. I allocated my bags at polyhedron. See, everyone just see what he says. Everything looks, you guys are just going on whatever makes you feel good. Everything looks bullish. Perfect time for a pump. You're telling yourself what you want to hear, my friend. All right. BATCAT will be the next Bitcoin ticker. DXY, huge cup and handle. Bang, bang, bang. I told you 58, the divergence. I'm a nobody if you see it. I feel good about my trades and prepared. Just found you today. Universal confirmation to me. Yeah. We don't even know what that guy said. What language is that? BOOKMAP is the indicator. I had a dream about you last night, Lifer. Thank you. It's funny. You're the second person that had a dream. What happened to the dream, man? You could tell me. I'm not going to... No homo, Funny. Knees and toes. I'm just joking around. The has sentiments of pure gambling. Good morning, master friend. Thank you for changing our lives. Amen. And everybody, if you really want to trade the NQ, you want to trade, or you're just like addicted to futures. I'm sleeping until I dream. Bitcoin hit 11 only and back to 51K. You're funny. The drop on Bitcoin makes so much sense. They need to play games with the miners also. Sam, always speaking the facts. Thank you, buddy. Anytime, my friend. I'm getting blocked for being bullish. That's funny. You're not being blocked for being bullish. Who would block you, man? No one blocks anyone for being bullish here, Bobby Carter. That's not right. All right. I'm not bullish or bearish. That's what you don't understand. I'm completely just like this. See, a true trader is not bullish or bearish. I keep trying to explain to you guys how to trade. You don't listen. It's very frustrating sometimes. All right. You don't remain either way. Now, long term, I have Bitcoin. I've been buying Bitcoin. They're going to continue to print money. I don't see it going to 15,000. You know what I mean? I'm not that bearish. But I'm showing you that a correction is at hand. All right, if you don't believe that, the thing is, when a correction happens, nobody believes it. They sit on their hands and watch their bags go down. I'm just telling you. All right. I saw you at an airport in my dream. I had a dream that was so real. America was being attacked. Missile attacks in regular neighborhoods. So sorry to hear that. Buying from Japan, buying 6.5 billion USD. Not being bullish or bearish is the exact definition of controlling the mind and emotions. Amen. I'm bearish. You're funny. The 30-minute chart is not a good indicator today. You're funny. No Diddy. No Diddy is the polite no homo. You're funny, man. That's hilarious. That's funny. I got to give that to you. No Diddy. No, I mean, be careful what I... Jesus. You're a funny man. Jerome Powell speaks at 1:15 today. Yes, he does. All right. So if we get a bounce on Bitcoin, that's the place to exit alts if they bounce. Exactly. That's what I'd be doing. You know what I mean? Anyone got full port Powell? Anyone gonna full port Powell? You guys are funny. My iTrust Capital keeps going down. I keep feeling it as it goes down. Shout out to iTrust Capital. And they do sponsor the channel. I only do, a few clean sponsorships, right? As you can see. And iTrust Capital is the place to be, man. Buy and sell cryptocurrency, gold and silver with your Roth IRA or your IRA, right? Whatever you have. 401k, STP, 403b, and 457 and more. What I like about it is if you're in any ETF and there's a massive dump for Bitcoin, you can't get those prices, right? You just can't. But you can get them here on iTrust Capital 24/7. Only 1% on fees too as well. So, and if you're allocating long term, this can sit inside a retirement account until you're 59 years old, tax free. This is amazing. Buy and sell cryptocurrency short term inside of your iTrust Capital account. It's the best way to access cryptocurrency for retirement, in my humble opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Get yourself a financial advisor, but this makes a lot of sense to me, and that's why I coupled with iTrust Capital. And iTrust Capital, we really appreciate your sponsorship and the love for the channel and for the crypto space. They also have redundancy. They're, I think, one of the safest places to keep your custodied crypto. And when you leave, they send you the Bitcoin. They actually send you the Bitcoin. The ETF, they have to send you like-kind cash, right? Not here. You actually get your Bitcoin sent to you on iTrust Capital. Also, their markets really excite me because they got Shiba Inu, Dogecoin. I thought they were just going to have like Cardano, Chainlink, like the basics, but they have some also little coins too that you can make a major move on. It's pretty interesting. iTrust Capital. So in this dip, when the dip happens, maybe a great place to set up a retirement if it's applicable for you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so you got to figure out if it's worth it for you. Crypto Lover, can you speak Spanish? Yo hablo español poquito. Yo estudio en español para 6 años, but 20 años atrás. Yo no remorse mucho. But, es bien. Es bien. Batcat is Solana's strongest community. You've made that apparently clear. If people want to look it up, they can. I'm not going to look at it. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. Sol's looking hot. Needs to stay above 130 for a move back to 200. Yeah. Let's take a look at Solana. And again, I was buying cryptocurrency yesterday. Make that very clear. I'm buying RWA assets. They may go way lower, though. Like, I see this as a descending triangle, right? Descending triangles like to break to the downside. I see this as a dump. I would not be surprised if Solana goes to 118. All right? I would not be surprised if Solana goes back to 118 today. Look, that's a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. You lost the 200 SMA. Understand these concepts. Look at the 8-hour. Did you lose the 8-hour 200 on Sol? Yeah, and look what happened. So look, this is ahead of Bitcoin. The altcoin is capitulated. So Bitcoin is just getting below here, right here. Look what happened, man, when you lose the 8-hour. You're gone. You go to the 12-hour. See? It's exactly what happens. Now Sol's going to lose the 12-hour. Where's it going to go? It's going to go to the daily 200. Where is that? That's sitting at about 94, 95 bucks, man. That, to me, is likely going to be a possible pickup point for Solana. $95. Okay. Picked up a little more ONDO today. Come on, if I had 1.2 gig, I would put the price to take it using 250,000 and buy the 1 million spot. My gold's up 50% this year. Me too, buddy. I got gold bars. I'm happy about it. I have opened orders for GFI and AERO, and of course, ONDO. Yeah, $94 is in right now. Do you think the fundamentals regarding China's Hong Kong B spot could reverse the technical analysis? No. They're only going to be buying about $500 million worth of spot. It doesn't seem like a lot of spot to me. And I know a guy that's more knowledgeable about the inflows and the outflows. He's on Twitter. He's like one of the smartest people. We're going to take a look at what he has to say. Eric Bacanachis or something like that. I'm going to find out. I'm going to go right now to his Twitter account and show you what I'm talking about. All right. I talked about this cool little device that is like kind of like an iPhone or a phone. Look at this thing. It's two sets of a 91 EP LoRa V3 Wi-Fi and a Beely development board. and then you buy these little cases for them, all right, on Etsy and stuff. And honestly, you're going to be able to text for free to people that are all on this network. It's really cool, man. I'm going to be getting one of these and showing you guys how to operate it, just in case. However, the antenna that it comes with is small. You want to get a better antenna. I would watch this video, man. This guy's pretty cool, man. Data Slayer, this dude right here. And, yeah, see? And you use this cool little phone, bro. I think this thing is awesome, man. See? And anyway, I'm going to teach you guys how to use these. These are really cool. And, you know, we may be able to, they may take down the networks. You never know what's going to happen. This is another way to stay futuristically connected to each other. This was 9 days ago, man. You know, you reinvented the pager, bro. That's what people said, right? There's be a limited range due to power of the devices. This is something that's usually limited by region, hence the reason why you need to pick a region on that initial setup. This is usually called a regulatory domain and controlled by the FCC of the U.S. Interesting. If you're concerned with privacy, why on earth would you use any Google product, especially Chrome? It's funny. Anyway, I thought maybe I'm wrong on these things, but they look pretty cool to me. We'll do our research and find out, right? Okay, boom, bamboo. Yeah, I was looking at that a couple hours ago before you put it in the Discord. The range is small. Yeah, I guess it is small. Still pretty cool, though. Still find it interesting. So total market cap losing the 8 hour. And it could either be the greatest buying opportunity or a bit of a dump. I see more downside, and I hate to be this guy. I don't want to be this person. I want to tell everyone that the market just continues to go up. That's what I want to do. But when the market's about to see, flip it upside down, like do it the other way, right? You know, when we get above the 8 hour, we get a big pump. So like that would instill a huge pump to the upside. You get this rounded bottom, right? And it kind of is a rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms pay the bills, man. Rounded tops are no good. It's a rounded top. Like, I don't know what else to tell everybody. Like, it's even, look, it's Wyckoff, man. Like, yeah, XPS closed above the 50-day for the first time yesterday. I'm concerned about the broader markets. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. If you do get one and make a video, Sammy, can I do your affiliate marketing? What does that mean? Michael B., you could explain how you do affiliate marketing. Just send an email to cryptolifers@gmail.com. My wife is the one that you have to tell anything to. So if you want to help us or do anything, you email my wife. She meets with you or reads about it, and then she tells me whether it's worth my time, not to be rude. So my wife screens all of it, so my time is never wasted because I need my time. All right. Are we lower than we started at? We're still hanging out. We're going sideways. I expect sideways price action till Jerome Powell speaks. What if he says something somewhat bullish and he's dovish and we boom out? We get above the 7-minute. I open up a long and we bounce to the top of the channel and, we somehow revert to bearishness. Be honest, I'm open-minded, everybody. You don't understand how I can be bearish and bullish at the same time because you haven't been beaten down by the markets as long as I have. When your mind is seen it all, you'll never go one way or the other. You will always be weary. All right? Come on, rate chat. Come on, rate cut. You're funny. What ETFs crypto bros are buying for the bull run? BlackRock is selling on their BTF futures market. No one knows about it. Yeah, Powell will do the thing. Doesn't mean the sideways then. Yeah. Would you want to make a stream with Jason Casper together? We already did that many times. That's happened like a year ago, man. Yeah. We've been on the camera together like 2 or 3 times now. He isn't going to cut because, he merit higher rates, so Powell gets his problems. Funny. New amazing Crypto Lifer website. Thank you for saying that. Jump on into cryptolifer.com and check it out. Once we lose 62K, we're going lower, my friends. You can see this head and shoulder pattern. You can see this head and shoulder pattern, and you can see what's going on with the 8-hour time frame. I have nothing else I can say. Where do we go? Well, you would take the length of this falling wedge. You would take the base of it, and you would fall out of the falling wedge to the downside. That would be your next measured move. You see? 58,500 really. So I'd look for 58.5 to be my next target. And then BOOKMAP suggests the same thing. It's got liquidity right there waiting for me. No real liquidity to the upside. All the liquidity is to the downside. Right there, 60,800 and then 60. And then even down all the way to 58K. So if you look at BOOKMAP, you got way more liquidity below us than above us. Look at 61,009. I see more downside for Bitcoin. Okay. Tunes are awesome. Thank you. I'm ready for it. Bye. I will be buying the dips. I'll tell you that. I've been buying Bitcoin in front of you. Everyone's like, he's so bearish, but he buys. My actions, right? My crypto is down a lot. Like 20, 40%. I don't even look anymore. How are we going to go about identifying a bottom if we don't go down, sir? We're going to find bullish divergence at that area. Matt, couldn't agree more. It's all over the dark web. What is all over the dark web? Last week you said we were likely going... No, I did not. That's not true. Last week I told you I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I say it every day. So, Alex, you're wrong, because every single day I tell you I know nothing. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going, so you can't say... Last week, maybe I did say we were likely going to 85K because the parameters were different at the moment in time. We hadn't lost the 4-hour 200 SMA. You get what I'm saying? We hadn't lost the pattern. The second the pattern broke, 85K was off the table, man. So you got to learn how to actually change your mind. There's a chance that the probability was different back then than it is now. Yes, you're 100% correct, bro. You're stating facts. You're confused, not me. You get it? Get with the program, man. Change your mind. Like, understand that, yes, you could see 85K one day, and then it could be the difference of a flip of a 200 SMA, man. Don't you understand that? You obviously haven't been here long enough if you're saying that, Alex. Someone please give Alex a hand and say, Alex, you're going to get this. Just tell him, What I'm trying to say is let's hope this one... Oh, I see what you're saying, Alex. I appreciate you. I never know. So many people attack me. I never know what they're doing. Try to word it so it seems like you're not attacking me, if you can. You know what I mean? You could say, like, last week, the possibility of AERO was possible. Maybe we see that possibility. See, you could have worded that differently. Am I wrong? People word things at me, and then when I point it out, they like flip it, and it's like, dude, but that's not how you wrote it, Are you afraid of hurricanes in Florida? I don't fear anything, man. But what I did do is I bought a house. I'm living in a house out of the flood zone. All right, bro. Market changing all the time. You got to be like water, Bruce Lee. Adapt. I need help too, bro. Yep. What are the best buy moments for ONDO and Pendle? Let's take a look at some of the altcoins that I'm looking at that I would like to sink my teeth into. They're gonna be pretty big over time. There's a chance things change in the next 2-3 days and we don't make these massive dumps, but I'm just showing you what's likely going to happen. So ONDO ripped all the way to a bean. I can't believe that. So we started buying ONDO down here, 17 cents. So ONDO's done a 10x, right? Crazy. Then it came down, perfect buy zone here at the $41 level, hit the high, then hit the high again, then got sold off so hard in the last 8 hours. So look, so like they got in and then they took their profits apparently at a double top. Double topped literally last night or maybe yesterday and then lost it all back down for 25% loss. If ONDO could break back above this level, I see 146. If Bitcoin gives us no love, every coin is going to take a bit of a tumble here to the downside. You saw me buy ONDO even yesterday. Beat is moving up quite a bit. It was up 120. Yeah. Just joined the Live for Trading group. Excited to learn more. Thank you. Shout out to Bew, man. We love you and we appreciate you. Thank you for jumping on in. Very good analysis. Thanks for all these insights. Anytime, Dogan Bastrick. Jerome Powell will speak today at 1:15. At 1:15, expect volatility in the market. All right. We trade the unknown. Liver, can you like or retweet anything by Eric so I can find him? Yeah. Let me go back to what he's saying here. I believe it's Eric. Yeah, Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg. Rutgers grad, Gen Xer, author of the Institutional ETF Toolbook and the Boggle Effect, co-host of Trillions and ETF IQ. This guy's really cool, man. I definitely see myself being friends with him one day. I'd like to meet him. I busted my butt over the past 2 years writing a deep yet colorful dive into the impact story future of Vanguard intertwined with character story of Bogle, featuring exclusive interviews with him and other 50 people. Buffett, Lewis. Interesting. So updated look at the holders of IBIT. There's about 30 of them so far, mostly funds and advisors, accounting for 0.2% shares out, which means this is a tippy tip of the iceberg. It has 42% of the shares reported. Also shows a lot of nibbling going on, as evidenced by the tiny percent port numbers. And here's Bitcoin, the FBTC holders. They have 11 so far and are representing a mere 0.2% of shares out, including the Baldwin brothers. Baldwin Brothers Incorporated. Look at that. If those Baldwin brothers, my guess is Steven is the PM. Look, he's got a Dash digital coin. Look at that. So Baldwin brothers are into Bitcoin, man. He said if institutions make Bitcoin even 1%, it's an explosion higher than based on this chart. Yet another tweet that I wanted to talk about too. He went over the outflows and the inflows last night. So many of the weird things, right? Look what Anthony Scaramucci said. Aaron Sorkin asked the correct question over the weekend. Why is Bitcoin down if it's an inflation hedge and a store of value? It's important to remember that it's neither of those at the current percentage of global adoption. It is still an early stage technical and asset that will trade like any other risk assets until it exceeds billions of users, which should happen by the end of 2026, if not sooner. If it will be both of those as it scales. Moreover, with the US dollar losing 22% of its value since January of 2020 and Bitcoin going up 3.5x in value since, then it would be unfair to suggest that Bitcoin doesn't currently have some inflation hedging features. It is, however, volatile. That's what I said last night to another guy saying Bitcoin was an inflation hedge. I said, but look at the last 10 years, man. Right? Creepy Creams launching products in Web3. It's kind of funny, right? Additionally, there's a charge against Bitcoin that it's already 15 years old, and so there's no longer a new asset. I would like to remind people that the Wright brothers demonstrated flight in 1903. By 1918, there were still critics suggesting that there would be no commercial viability of flight. It pays to be long this asset and patient. Yeah, 100%. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture. You're in an emerging asset that's going to change the world. A lot of people have not figured it out yet. Like, tons of people still don't get it. Like, you can't go to Cadillac and buy Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Use Bitcoin. You can't buy a Cadillac with Bitcoin. Like, if Bitcoin was that prevalent, even all the big luxury car companies would take it, but they don't. All right. So, right. I had to say this too. You know, my dad taught me this. He said, if you're repeating the news to other people, you're likely repeating lies. As my old man said, nothing till you hear more. Nothing is what it seems. If you believe the narrative given to you, well, then you deserve to be duped. If critical thinking is not your thing, I pray for you, right? And shout out to my man, Shawnee Bitcoins. He's talking about this Beardy decentralized. He's saying it's Ryoshi's business, you know, some secret down underworld stuff going on here with Beardy. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm entertaining the thought. Beardy here, which actually has been kind of on a bit of an uptrend at a $2.7 million market. I don't even know if this is the right Beardy. I'm going to talk to him tonight and find out what the heck is going on. But there seems to be some like underground information with this Beardy coin. And look, this guy bought $2,000 of it right here. He seems to know. He's in the know. 6 hours ago buying $3,000. This guy buying $3,000. Something going on with this Beardy coin. I don't know what it is. You may have to research it, and we may be onto something, we may be not. I don't own any, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to push any of my bags. I haven't bought any yet. I'm just thinking about it. Wow, even Andy on base, Andy on ETH is pumping today. It's crazy. So some coins are still doing damage no matter what. Pretty nuts. All right. Yeah, it's a shill and a rug, right? Yeah, of course you could buy a Cadillac with Bitcoin. Why not cash out and buy it from Bitcoin, boss? You know this now. No, I mean, you can. I get what you're saying. But it would be nice to transfer the Bitcoin over and actually buy it, right? Is there any way you could check Tellurian? Tell MPLN Penny Stock you can please check this out and find any time in your busy day, Mr. Lifer. I'll do anything for you, Chris, man, because I care about you, man. See, most YouTubers would just brush over your comment. You didn't do a super chat, and they would just walk all over you, right? I'm not going to do that. You know why? I remember being depressed, down and out. I'm not saying you are. I just remember being depressed, down and out, and suffering, and having a tough time. You know, and if I can help anybody feel better about their day, I'm going to do that. So if I answer your chat and I go over that coin, I'm going to make you feel good, right? So that little thing that I can do is going to make your whole day change. So why don't I do it? You know what I mean? That's the coolest thing about it being an influencer. You can do one small thing for somebody and make their entire day, man. And so I'm going to do it for you. What do you need? You say MPLN penny stock. Let's take a look at it. And I don't like penny stocks, and it's not my thing. And look at Solana collapsing to the downside. I'm telling you. It's on the way, baby. It's on the way. More downside. 95 for Solana. Looks like it's coming. It definitely looks like it's coming. MPLN. All right. You're in a bear flag right off the bat. All right. Likely wants to break further to the downside. This looks like a rug pull to me. No real bullish divergence too as well. Okay. You look what happens when you lose the 200 SMA. Let's go to this and show you what happens, like where Bitcoin was. So Bitcoin's pumping, doing damage, right? Let me just show you. And it's all up here. Let's just say this is Bitcoin doing, and then all of a sudden you lose the 8-hour 200 SMA. And I tell you guys, look what happens when you lose the 8-hour. You're going to go to the 12-hour 200 SMA. And look, once you just keep, you get a nasty drop when you lose 200 SMAs, right? This thing is down to the dumps. I don't know what it is, but it looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah. I would bail from this thing right now, and I wouldn't touch it again. But again, you do you. I do me. But this is trash. Yeah. Complete trash. Did it ever have an uptrend? This looks like a rug pull altcoin, man. For 3 years, it's been dumping. For 4 years, it's been dumping on your face. This thing is horrible. A couple little retracements each time for people that I don't know what they're doing. I would stay away from this. That thing looks absolutely horrible. Yeah. Gross. Look, previous support is resistance here. Like, I couldn't, if I was even thinking of trading this, it would have to break 96 first, get above the point of control, get back above the yellow line. This is disgusting. I'm so sorry. I love you, but I can't look at this anymore. That looks like a Ponzi scheme, for sure. I want that off my channel and right away. Dude, just seeing your energy, learning from your knowledge gives me a massive lift. Only found you a few days ago, but we'll be here daily. Keep up the great work. Shout out to Kevin Collins. You get it. You're on that high frequency with me. I love you, brother. Hey, Lifer, it's a beautiful day in Beantown. Make sure you get some sun after the live stream and put a smile on your face, man. Thank you so much, Stephen Wood. I love you for saying that. 100%, bro. I got the window open right now, and the air is coming in. I can't wait to jump out outside. But you know what? I have to sit and pack all day long. Box after box. My wife is like, make a box. Put it in a box. The company's coming on the 21st or the 22nd. 5 days from now, they come in here and they take everything out. And I'm going to be sitting here with like 2 beds, like an air mattress, and twiddling my thumbs with my travel setup for like 2 days or 3 days till I fly to Florida. I'm freaking out. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. Right? I don't even know how I'm going to do it. He's going to Florida. Yeah, I'm going to get so much sun soon. I'm going to be running from the sun. Seems like a lot of people trying to show you so many scams lately. I know it comes with channel growth, but wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Land Wolf, AVAX, please. I put a lot of money into it. Thank you. I will tell you, man, I see more downside in everything. Look at even ONDO, which was the hottest coin ever. Looks like it's going to retrace somewhere down to 40. You know what I mean? Even AERO, our baby, looks like it's going to take a bit of a hit. I'm being honest with everybody. Like, yeah, AERO's back down to 150, 165. See, like, and it lost the trend line. Did AERO lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour? It did. See, look, once you start losing these areas, so I see like, and again, this thing has been on fire for a long time. I likely see this thing coming back down to 93 cents for, that's a great buy zone for sure for AERO. All right. And again, you don't have to, sometimes I do sell things for profit. You don't have to sell everything, but it's smart if you're up huge in something to take some profits. It's just a smart idea, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys do whatever makes you happy. But that looks bearish to me. Daily's very overbought with a bearish divergence too. That's a brand new coin. Again, over time, 6, 7, 8 months from now, it's probably doing damage. But just something to think about. Sam, you're Poggy. What does Poggy mean? Why are you doing that? But long-term AAC is going to be golden. Everybody send in a super chat for TA and deep dives. I can't see all the comments. It's just impossible. Give your opinion on AKT. And let's take a look at the fan funding. Shout out to Etienne. I appreciate that. See, like right now, the cost of gooditis is raising up. Can't wait for Sarasota meetups. Thanks for the value. Oh, it's going to be amazing, man. Shout out to Simran Merchandise. I'm going to have heavy security, though. Anyone do security? Like, you actually pack? I'd like to hire some security when I move to Florida, when I go certain places. Let's go, baby. Bring the hype. Free bird. And thank you. Thank you for your insight. Could you comment on BTC M pattern? We did that. Can't wait for Sarasota meetups. Love you. Love the stream. Love it every time I watch. Shout out to Dave Southall. You're the best, man. Can you do a QTA on Doge? I love your streams. We got to take a look at Doge for my man here. Good morning to Master Friend. Thank you for changing lives. And shout out to my man, Master Friend. Inside my trading group, we have his dual program. Once you join my group, all right? And we have a QR code right here. And what it is it's like if you just keep... This is for the person that consistently... Like some people watch my stream, they pick it up. Other people get obsessive. They click, they really need someone on them. If you really feel like if someone doesn't watch your trades and demand answers, you're going to continue to grind yourself to zero. If that's where you're at right now, please jump on into here to Leverage Mastery. Understand what happens when liquidity comes in and out. Understand where the market goes. This will change your life. I'm telling you right now. It's $300 one time, and you're going to get more mentoring than people pay thousands of dollars for. And I don't know how much longer that will last. So jump on into the QR code or the link below to Master Friend Leverage. And you'll actually, Leverage Mastery. Turn purple, baby. Jump on into my trading group. Lifer, how about Doge? So we got some two Doge ask and AKT ask. So we got two Doge ask and AKT. And thank you, ETN, for the costochondritis help, man. So many of you awesome people, man. Even on one of the most bearish days ever. You people are giving $56 in chat revenue. That is a blessing. And Bitcoin back to 62,000. The volatility is going to be crazy today until Jerome Powell speaks. I would stay off the market right now. I'm telling you, it's heavy volatile. All right? Unless you like getting rocked and wrecked, or unless you have a long-term hold that you got into a certain area and you've already taken profits and you moved your stop loss to break even. Okay? Doge is in a symmetrical triangle. They're 50-50, but I'm telling you, 90% of the time they break to the downside. It's so crazy. Had a bit of a bearish dip there too on the daily. Look, swing up to swing up while this swung down. Bearish divergence. And it played out. So here, if you're looking at Doge, look at it on the weekly chart. Match your levels. And wow, Doge went back to 22. The Doge millionaire. You guys were all millionaires again. And then people must be just... The Doge community that goes up and down with Doge, they must just be out of their minds. Like, I should have taken profits. How many times are you going to say that, right? It's like... I'll tell you what. I don't know what's going to happen, everybody. We should have a bull run, but should is a crazy word, right? If we put our whole lives on what should happen, I don't know how good life would be. So, 61,700, we're bleeding right now for Bitcoin. We are bleeding. As I said we would. We're below the 8-hour 200. I've been telling you guys this for days now. Okay? That M pattern drop. Look, this was a descending triangle. See it? I drew it on like the Coinbase chart or something. Look, that is more downside on the 1 hour. 1 hour is dumping on you right now. I told you the measured move is 58,000 for BTC. And that 8 hour lost the 200. And I talked about it for days. I was okay until we lost it. But now, look, that's going to close at 9 minutes below the 200. Telling you, man, the daily, this 52,000 area is just so likely going to happen. It's insane. Look, the VRVP drop. Boom. Okay. So just be careful. Pay attention. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. All right. I know everyone wants to hold to the end of time. I get it. But no one ever went broke taking profits. But you do whatever makes you happy. I can't force you to do anything. I just can't. All right. I'm having a hard time using this window, dude. Anyway, it's craziness, right? Downside, baby, all the way back down. So the smart move right now is to open up a short. Right now. All right? Right now. And that's another thing. When people are so into their bags, they can't short the market because they're so stuck in their bag. So when you get so stuck in your head that it has to be one way, it just completely freezes you. You're unable to do anything else. You got to be active. You got to take action. You got to protect the purse, man. If you put money in this market, it's your hard-earned money. All right? And again, this guy's telling everyone to panic sell. I'm saying, hey, there's a lot of things I'm not going to sell. I'm going to wait. And they're going to go down pretty bad. And I'll wait, and I'll DCA, and I'll go through the pain. But, you know what I mean? And there's a chance that we do bounce, and somehow this is just a little fake out. I'm open-minded to it. I'm open-minded, but I know this 8-hour 200, and I've backtested it so many times in my life, and I know the VRVP and the gap, and I'm just seeing what is likely going to happen. And I know my Fibonacci's, so the charts can't lie to me. I can see what the charts are telling me, and they're telling me to be careful. Here, I'm on Coinbase right here, and did they only let you trade Bitcoin here? Can you trade any of your other coins here? I hit this arrow. See the search bar comes up? Like, what am I supposed to search? Like, what do I want to trade Ethereum here? This is their new advanced section. I can only buy Bitcoin. I can't sell it. Oh, I want to sell. So you can only trade spot Bitcoin here. You can't do anything else. Is that what's going on? Then why can you hit this? Why do they get this like little... Like I wanted to look at AERO on this chart. So corny. Anybody use this? I never use Coinbase. You know? The futures tab doesn't work in America, man. Come on, bro. Cope on base, yeah. Just click on the BTC USD. Thank you. Spot 0. You can't trade AERO on their extended exchange? What's going on here, man? I can't trade anything with Bitcoin here. What is going on? It's crashed. I think Coin's page needs a refresh or something. It's not working, right? Type in ETH. Your connection is SHIT. It's not. I have a great connection. I'm using Fios. I have Fios. I don't have a VPN on. I'm not using a VPN. Not connected, see? Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not on VPN. Coinbase futures take a long time to load. It's not your connection. Really? Coinspace or Coinbase. You can sell limit orders or buy and sell in there, but any type of vol, and it's always down. It's not showing me the other, like I can't trade Ethereum. If I have to hit ETH there. Oh, this stinks, man. So whack. Answer a few questions to unlock futures trading. I don't know if they're going to show like personal information or something. So I'm always like, how long have you been trading? All that, right? And then it went down on me again. Probably, is he going to file more charges? Who cares? Advanced. This is fun. It's working for you. Mine is working fine from Denmark, though. Live from my Coinbase works, and I'm in mass. I know. I don't know what's happening to me. For me, in the next, basically by the end of tomorrow, we have to get back above that 200 SMA. Mine is fine. You need to refresh the page. I've been doing that. Can you pick other assets around the world? Oh, wow. It's just not working for me, man. I don't know why. You know what? It doesn't like Brave too much. I'll take down the Brave Shield, and maybe that's going to help me. Yeah, I think Brave and Coinbase are just, like, not amazing right now. I'm ready to update Brave, too. It might be that's what I need to do. I don't know what's going on. Not happening for me, though. Yeah, maybe Coinbase doesn't like you. Who knows what goes on? The consolidation is painful. Custodians, everyone, crypto on separate institutional platforms. 100% of the time. Free platform goes down 90% of the time. Market is moving fast. Brave has been giving me issues as well. Cop on base. When CB Smart Wallet releases, cope. Possibly. Just look at the charts. It's 58K, period. Amen. 100%. Right there is our first stop. 57.2, and then boom. So I'm convinced that we're going further to the downside based on the charts. I could be wrong, but it looks like 90% we're going down. You lose it to, whenever I gain a 200 I long, whenever I lose a 200 I short, it's so simple to me. The moving averages are bending. We'd have to get a bounce out of this range soon. It doesn't look likely. And we bearishly retested too. Like, we had a chance to get back inside the pattern. We did a bearish retest. That means you're going to go the length of the base of this triangle to the downside. Like, so simple to me. Right? And that even kind of, there's so much confluence in bearishness right now. It's ridiculous. All right. How long are we going down? Probably a couple months, man. Someone asked about AKT, Akash Network here on CoinEx. Akash Network was huge, boomed up. You were out of your mind high. Look at that. Like, you went from 95 cents all the way to 6.5. Time to take some beautiful profits off the table, in my humble opinion. AKT. This thing booms back to the upside. Bang, right? Bang, bang, bang. I just started to buy and everything is down. Looks like I hold for a few months to see where it goes. One more leg up and I'll lose my mind. Everyone being afraid of going down would be a good time for a reversal. Nobody's afraid. See, that's the difference, man. You guys are taking technical analysis for being afraid. And this is the problem, bro. A lot of people keep saying it's going to keep going up. This is the perfect time to buy. I think I hear the opposite, my friend. I don't know what everyone's doing. I know what the charts are doing. See, this is the problem. People are too influenced by everybody else. Dude, stick to the charts. You lose a 200 SMA, you go to the downside. That's it. That's it. Look, I told you already we were going to do, and we're down hard right now. Like I said, we were going down when we started the stream at 63.8. Somewhere where we were. I don't know exactly where we were. I told you there's movement to the downside. I showed you BOOKMAP. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm not using emotions. I'm using the charts, man. Okay, MATIC. Now he wants another super chat on this tiny coin. Tutoring, Getex, TradeGate. This stuff is like a German. Dude, this thing is even worse than the other one, dude. Get away from me. This thing is garbage. This is worse. This is just as bad. I guess you're trying to buy the bottom of this coin. I don't know. I wouldn't touch it till it got back above the point of control at 120. That thing is garbage. Look, what happens when you lose? Look, I'll show you again when you lose the 8 hour. You don't believe me? Here, we lost the 8 hour 200 SMA. Watch what happened to this coin. You were gone. All right? You were gone. It's a triple bottom? I guess, if that's what you want. No, it's not. It lost that bottom. That's resistance now. That's a breakout. Fell back below. That's ugly, man. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I would never buy that. I wouldn't buy this coin unless I really researched it. That's garbage, bro. Are you staying for Powell? No, he's at 115. I'm not staying for Powell. No, I got to pack, everybody. I actually have to move. I can't give every single second of my day away like I have been. I have to move. All right? Can you short in spot? No. And I told you, I'm going to keep money on the sidelines for GFI and Relio. 2 of the hottest coins in the game. Everything's going to go down. I'm telling you right now, everything is going to pull back. I just want you to understand these concepts. You guys got to remember that I was so truthful to you when everyone else was trying to pump their bags and pump their... I don't know what they were doing. You know what I mean? So, I like TRUF. TRUF is hot. TRUF is on my radar. Thank you for bringing up a hot coin. So, I want to give you 3 coins. I didn't get to go over my 3 hot new coins, right? That I wanted to talk about. I got 2 hot coins. Number 1 is this one, TRUFlation. All right? I really like this project. And you can see it's pumping on MEXC ever since 53 cents, all the way back to 82. So this thing's been hot, all right, compared to the rest of the market. See, once Bitcoin dumps and stabilizes, there's still going to be opportunity in this market. I just want you to understand that. Most people don't think so, but there will be. It has a bit of a descending triangle. The moving averages are getting tight. If the whole market dips, this could dip too. You know, but it is in this like emerging cup and handle here. That could possibly continue to the upside. This thing could go all the way back up here somewhere to 1.15. All right. And resistance here as well. All right. 100K will come anyway in the future. I don't know. You guys are just convinced that the market just does whatever you think it's going to do. I don't know what's going to do. I don't know if we're going to go to 100K or not. I'm not convinced of anything in this market ever, you know. That's how you lose tons of money. You tell yourself what's going to happen, and then you hold until it happens, and then when it doesn't happen, you're devastated. You don't know what to do, so you're like a deer in headlights. You just sit, and then you just watch your money deplete, and you go back to work, and then you cry yourself to sleep. Like, you know what I mean? So, can you please tell us that any positive catalysts? I don't see any. I really don't. Take your money when you're up big. That's like the catalyst. You be the catalyst of the market. Take your money when you're up big and don't play games. You know what it is? Maybe Coinbase and BOOKMAP run on similar data, and somehow, like, when I have BOOKMAP up, I can't get the API. I don't know what's happening, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Looking forward to seeing you at Morton's for a breakfast pastry, dude. Anytime, man. Anytime. You know, I like to go to First Watch. You'll see me at same Armament Circle at the Classic Car every single second Wednesday of the month, right? I'll be at the Classic Car thing at Armament Circle with my kids. Yeah, it's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be a blast. I'll tell you right now, my costochondritis is, I am in so much pain right now in my chest. I don't know if it's stress of moving. I did a really hard workout yesterday, and I haven't worked out in a while. But I am in a lot of pain right now. And it's very irritating to have pain here in the middle of your chest all the time. It hurts. Let's take a look at MATIC. I love this coin, TRUFlation. I think it's hot. I think it could do numbers. I'm going to watch how it kind of handles Bitcoin's dumps. But if anything continues to pump regardless of the market, I think this thing could do numbers. I really like what it's doing, and it's on my radar. I have a big position. I took half off the table about a month ago. I'm in for free right now. In these couple of months, I'm planning to DCA back in. I love it. Bitcoin had an 8% dump 3 days before the last halving. It seems to be, wow, man. All right. I got to show you guys like the facts, right? You guys just refuse to. All right, let me show you one last time. Let's look at the all-time history index. Let's go over the last 2 halvings. All right, let's break them down. Because you guys love this whole it dumped before the last halving stuff, right? So when was Bitcoin's halving? I just want the dates. Give me the exact date. Thank you. Babe, my costochondritis is, I am in so much pain. I am in so much pain right now. Like, it hurts so bad. Like, my car's ready? Why is it making the sound? So it's going to sound like that? They couldn't change that? Yo, I don't believe them. I don't believe it.
So do you want to pick it up your stream?
Yeah, let me go get my Cadillac Escalade today. That's great though, right? At least they didn't play games.
We have a lot to do.
I know, so let's go get the car right now. Jump in the car.
You're driving my car, and I'm driving back.
Let's go, baby. Go jump in the car, baby.
I'm not jumping anywhere.
Come here, man. Let me hug you. Come here. I love you so much. I love you so much. This is what matters, everybody. You can lose it all. If you don't got this, look, my daughter came in here too. Where's my other one? Look, my whole family right here. Oh, man. My 3 girls, man. I love you, ladies. I'll never stop working for you, girls. 7 days a week for you, girls.
No, 6.
7 days a week for my family, man.
I love you. All right.
You guys will never lack anything.
Listen, I'm going to get dressed. So
Amen. You guys will never lack a thing. You hear me, girl? My daughter will never lack anything, man. And you're going to be strong, mentally tough. You're going to learn how to trade these markets, Summer. He goes, wife comes before your children, dude. Is that the truth, babe? He said, wife comes before the children. She says she's agreed. So November 28th, 2012. I just want to do something for everybody and break it down. November 28th, 2012. Let's take a look at the all-time history index for Bitcoin and break it down. We're going to look at the all-time history index. We're going to delete these moving averages, and we're going to go to the date. I believe you can type in a date, too. Someone showed me how to type in a date. Anyway, 2012. November of 2012. Now, because we're gonna break all this down right now in front of you guys. All right, and we're gonna talk about it. So November 12th of 2012. November 28th of 2012, sorry. So there it is. Like there's the halving right there, right? Why does it do that? I don't get it. For some reason I can't hit the exact 28, but there's your halving. Am I correct there again? Right? November 28th of 2012. The first halving. All right. All right. Let me bring this over. I'm doing this for myself, and you guys just happen to be here, all right? So that's how I'm looking at it. I love to deep dive. So that was it, okay? And let's just double check again. Yeah. So there was the halving right there. After the halving, we exploded. Now, the tight moving averages, Bitcoin was great. We were coming out of a bear market. This was amazing, okay? Amazing. We never broke the all-time high before the halving, all right? Number one. That could be that may not be a good thing. You see what I mean? That may not be like the best thing ever. Let's look at our next halving. Okay. The next halving was July 9th of 2016. Okay. All right. July 9th of 2016. Let's go and take a look at that. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And July 8th of 2016. We can get to the 11th there because we're on the weekly, right? So we knew it was in this week. So there was our halving right there for Bitcoin. And we dumped. But look, we were above all the moving averages. We were super healthy, right? If I didn't even know what the halving was, my system would tell me that you're on your way to the upside. You're just starting a big move. Things are going well. Look, the weekly was resetting a little bit. And it eventually did reset, and we did get a pullback, right? We did pull back. Bitcoin started to dump before the halving from 785 and went all the way to 477.77. Look at the 77s. All right. Let's keep moving. Our next halving was May 11th of 2020. All right. Because you guys just keep repeating what you've been told, and I don't know if you've ever deep dived this yourselves. All right. March, April, May 11th, 2020. We get to hit that one exactly, right? And this one, we went sideways after the Black Swan, and we didn't dip. I don't know. See, there's always a 20% dip after the halving. That went from 10,000 to 86. That's not, so that wasn't the case there. So only one halving did we have a slight dip there. That one, the other two halvings, we went swimmingly well. And again, look, all these halvings were in the same place as the moving averages. They were we were in the rounded bottom. The moving averages were close together and tight. That's where I start to get into the market. Okay? I think we put too much weight on this halving right now and not enough on the technical analysis. We don't want the halving to block the TA in our minds. All right? And so our next halving is literally in 4 days. We'll call it April. We'll put it on the 22nd here. So here's our next halving. That's weird. Oh, April 8th. So sorry. Right there, the 22nd, right? Let me get rid of this line. So there's our next halving, and like the chart doesn't look anywhere. It doesn't look anything like the other halvings. What was our monthly on these halvings? Our monthly was low. Our monthly was a little high on that halving. Halfway through that halving, halfway through this halving, but not on the above the dotted line. I mean, right there it was that one time. So I guess we could get just an insane extended rally. This monthly has to 61,300 really. Where the monthly candle open here, 61,350. So 61,350 is the monthly support. That has to hold. If that doesn't hold, like, I don't see how you don't hit 46,000. You see how the month, like, I'm just showing you the sign. So this halving doesn't look the same. It just doesn't. The halving should have been here like this in the rounded bottom, right? We should have gone a little lower, honestly. Rounded out and then had our halving. So I'm telling you something. There's an anomaly with this halving. It doesn't look the same. Right? This guy says, I'm saying the bottom's in, S&P bouncing. The bottom's not in unless we get back above the 200 SMA on the 8-hour time frame, my friends. Period. Like, that's not a bounce. That's just a little bit of a move there, right? A little bit of bullish div there. We could get a bounce. I wouldn't even think about longing till we regain that unless I'm scalping the smaller time frames. We must regain the... Now, again... I could show up tomorrow. We could be back up here and I'll be like, that was all doom and gloom. Don't worry, everyone, we're on our way back to the top of the pattern. It's likely we move back to the top, but that 8-hour loss tells me to be careful. Okay? The market did go down since I came on the live stream. Period, right? I've been on for 2 hours, right? And we just opened another candle. So that, the market was at 62,800 when I started. We're down $1,000 since I came on the live. And I was bearish. Okay? I showed you all the reasons why I'm bearish. I don't think I can say it again. Okay. And again, here's the thing. If you want to trade long, wait for the one. And again, I can tell you exactly what to do if we aren't bearish. You're going to get back above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame and the 15-minute time frame. Okay? That's the first thing that's going to happen if you really think we're going to 67,000. So don't worry. I know exactly how to play this market. I know exactly what to do and exactly how to watch the indications. And the indications are good. I've been doing this now every single day for over 1,000 days without a day off. Very rare you're going to see someone that's put that much time into cryptocurrency. Okay? If you're in Bitcoin long term, none of this matters. I'll be honest, this looks like kind of an anomaly here. I'm putting out a big cautious statement to everyone. This could be a world market dump. We could see a black swan like we've never thought. I'm just putting it out there. Like, the charts are starting to give me some monumental signals, right? But hope, you never know. You never know. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I thank you. I'm not calling any numbers. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go, everybody. We get it back above this 200 SMA. You'll probably see me open up a long in the trading group. And you're back, how is he long after all that? Because it's all about indications of what's happening. All right? That would give your short a real good entry. Coinbase sabotage. Focus everyone. I got a daughter named Summer as well. Bless you, Matthew Mays. Smart move. It's the greatest time of year, right? It's about selling you sheep fear. No. It's about looking at the charts, man. Summer is my daughter's name, yes. But I shouldn't tell you that. All right. So here's the deal. I'm not long unless we get above the 15-minute 200 or the 7-minute would get me started. And then I'd open up a long and see if we can get to the 15 cautiously. If we got above the 15, I would keep the long open. All right. What's up with Paxos? I don't know what's up with Paxos. It's a gold connected asset, right? So, Sam, any chance you could tell us the golden pocket for GFI? Yeah, you could do that though. You don't know how to do that yet? It's so simple, man. Why are you waiting on me? I would use CoinEx. I have it right there. I mean, we kind of touched it already. It was 333, you know? That's why I think this thing could do numbers. Real world assets don't seem to care about Bitcoin. They got their own thing going. They got a lot of money coming in. Right? Okay. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm out for the day, but I'm going to keep my trading group updated. I got to go pick up my Cadillac Escalade and find out what's going down. All right? If we zoom out on the weekly chart, if we play out as a super big cup and handle, I can only see Israel as the black swan event here. Possibly. Iranian market is where it's at. Uranium. Someone asked about MATIC. Thank you so much, Lakochi, for not letting me miss a beat. Lakochi, the only guy that works harder than me in the world. Lakochi Coker, everybody. Lakochi, we love you. We appreciate you, man. And everybody out here. So I saw MATIC in this beautiful Adam and Eve. And then it got rejected by 125 to come all the way back to 64. It's just so funny, man. Yo, these... Oh, my gosh. Like, MATIC never had a bull run, right? It barely doubled and then came back down. MATIC just played games. The old coins from last year didn't do much. It's so weird, right? And so you look at MATIC, you kind of draw this trend line here and this trend line there, and it just... To me, it looks like chain link consolidation. And so, like, if I liked MATIC, I would just accumulate. I own MATIC. Sometimes I wonder why now. You just want to see it like MATIC's in accumulation, in my humble opinion. Price has been super suppressed. Either they're planning on some big move for it, or just kind of, you just wait for this rounded bottom to do its thing over time for MATIC. Okay, Jerome brings the scare, then the pump. Wow, you guys think it's that easy, right? I'm telling you right now. Watch the 8-hour 200 SMA. If you don't get above it, you're going down to the 12 and then to the daily. I know you don't want to believe this. Most of you do not want to believe that we're going down. No, I went to the doctor, Dave, for this chest pain numerous times. And they always say I don't have any, and I have no problems. No, I've had this chest pain for years. I ended up in the ER like 4 or 5 years ago because I thought I was having a heart attack, and they diagnosed this. So, Dave, I know what this pain is. I've had it for years. But again, 100%, man. Thank you for saying something, Dave. I love you. No, 100%. The last time I had this chest pain, I ran to the hospital thinking I was having a heart attack. A lot of people think that when they have costochondritis. See, look, patients are affected multiple ribs on single side. Typically, the second of the first ribs is the chest pain, right? It's considered a symptom of a medical emergency, making costro a common presentation in the medical department, right? One study found was responsible for 37 patients' chest pain. So people run thinking, I'm going to, and it's just costochondritis. That's what happened to me, and I've been having it on and off for years, and this is exactly the same pain. It's on the right side. It's not on my heart. It's on my right side, and, sounds like stress to me. Daily trading creates stress. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? I've been in heavy stress the last few. I got tons of money in the market, and I got to figure out kind of how to navigate it without getting buried. So yes, yeah. I'm all out and in estrogen because it's something you can figure out. I'm all out and in estrogen. You fractured. Yeah, I fractured my sternum and chest hurts all the time, and thought the same thing. Yeah. Another great stream, Sammy. Thanks again. Hope your chest feels better. Take it easy. Use lighter weights. Trying chiropractic could be the rib out of the front side. I believe it is. ETH just broke 3K. Yeah. And there's 61,700. I see a massive downside coming, man. But again, I don't want to scare you guys. I'm just telling you the truth. The second I get to Florida, I'm going to find an awesome chiropractor and get it taken care of. All right. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the 777 likes. Look, 777 on the likes. Can you believe it? You guys are awesome. Let's get 1,000 likes, though. Come on. I didn't ask for the likes today. I didn't mention it. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Still 700 people here on the live that did not hit the like button. All right. DMTR helps with the chest. 100X. I love you, Kai. And shout out to everyone that made gains with the lifer. We appreciate you. We love you. And we hope you have a wonderful time in this world. Stay blessed. I'll be back at the trading group. I got to go get my Cadillac, but I'll be back. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And we had another amazing live stream. 2,000 people here on the live. We are hitting it. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I thank you so much. To my haters, I love you just as much as the lovers. Have a great day, everyone. And there's no haters, man. But, you know, the funny people out there. I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe. Kitten with hat. Kitten with hat.